about your whole life?
I'm about to make a changeover, so I better straighten it out.
Well, we'll take you doing your changeover. Outside?
What's that again?
You think that light's on outside?
Oh, well, it wouldn't make any difference nobody upstairs is it?
Sharon is.
Sharon's upstairs, isn't she?
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to keep my hopes low. What did George use this for? Is that light bothering you, Harold? No. Shut it off, eh?
Changeover complete.
That's done by only the best, eh?
The order's straight.
Yeah? You're like any other projectionist, Harold. Now you got I'll get you straightened up the other projector.
I can't think of that man's name. We'll have to now. Okay, let's go and get it up. You ready?
I'll give you a little more light.
Okay, who's ready to do it? You look at the numbers. You want number 6 this time.
Harold is putting it on the lower take-up reel. One of these are a great toy. You're more animated than Tim was.
Yours really had one.
Did he ever use this much?
Not too often. Yours really had one. Maybe about 1800.
$100 for it. Did he?
Plus the tax.
Yeah, but George got his when they first came out, though, eh?
Wait, yeah.
Harold is now advancing down the hill. You're supposed to be saying this, Harold. I shouldn't have to narrate. How come you run with your sound head door open? How come you run with your sound head door open?
And then I always leave it open?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. From a habit.
Yeah?
You never learn that if you look in and see the film. It just doesn't make any difference in the sound.
No? Well,
There's no PE cells now, so
No.
the light can get into a place anyway.
well, that's good. Did you see the tape I made last year?
No.
You never did.
No. Well, here we have a picture of the first group that were in Local 855, which was the first charter in Pictou County, in fact, the only charter in Pictou County. And this group formed 855. Now, the members were Bob Emery, he was an operator in Westville, and operated for a good many years. And when Westville closed, he did spare work in Cape Breton, and then he got a steady job in Antigonish and worked there till his projection days were over. This is Frank McGuire Sr. He was the president, no, he was the secretary of the union. Business agent. He was the business agent of the union, of the local. And he's Frank McGuire's father, and he died at the age of 86. But his projection life spanned almost 60 years. And when he retired from the projection work, he was 76 years old. And he died a few years ago at the age of 86. This gentleman here is Tom Davis. He died quite a number of years ago too, but I can't remember exactly when he died. Now he worked at a theater behind the Odeon here, behind the Roseland here, called the Academy, which is a lovely old theater. And he worked there for a number of years, and then when the Academy closed, he went to the Jubilee, which still remained open in Stellarton. And he worked down there for a few years, and he eventually got a job somewhere else, and his son took over as the operator of the Jubilee. This is Gerald, Tom's son. Now this gentleman here was a union representative from Ontario. His last name was Sedgewick. His first name I just don't remember. But he was sort of a vice president character and organized the charter and presented it. Now this gentleman here is Gerald Davis. And when his father stopped operating at the Jubilee, Gerald took it over, and he worked there until the Jubilee closed. The year, I don't remember. But anyway, Gerald finally, when the theater closed, he joined the Canadian Army, and the last I heard of him, he was in Ontario. And this gentleman here, I can't remember his name at all, but he was an apprentice. As far as I know, he never finished, he never did any projection with it. This is yours truly, Harold Haley. Now I've been in this business for 51 years. And I started out in Pickville in 1938. And I started as an usher, and then I had an uncle who was an operator, and he taught me how to operate. So I worked in Pickville in 1941 and part of 42. Then I joined the Army. And after the Army, I came back in 1946, and I worked in Pickville from 1946 until 1968. Then I came up here, and I worked for the Odeon up here from 1968, and I'm still here, though I'm no longer the operator. I'm just a flunky now. So anyway, that's roughly 51 years I've been in this business. This gentleman here is Frank McGuire's brother. This is his father here. This fellow is, I can't remember his first name, but his last name is McGuire, and he lives in Ottawa now. He was once the manager of this theater.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. And this is George McGrath, who's been in the theater business a little longer than I have, actually. So I don't know, maybe altogether George got over 54 years in or more.
That's a fair bit of
So
time.
anyway, George used to work in the Roxy Theatre, and during the war he was in the Air Force, and after he got out of the Air Force, he was at the Roxy Theatre in Westville, and then when they opened the drive-in back in 1952, he became the operator of the drive-in, and he was there until 1967. Then they built the theatre in Southern in 1967. George left the drive-in and went to the Ford Theatre in Southern and remained there for years until, well, he's still going, but he eventually became the operator and the manager at the Ford Theatre in Southern. And he still works at the Ford 1 or 2 nights a week, but he doesn't veneer projection room anymore. So that's the history of Local 855. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, this gentleman, 5, the whole, all except this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's four days.
Oh, okay.
And the rest are all living as far as I know.
Okay. Thank you, Harold.
That's about it.